How are you doing? Hello. Hey, Eric and Ashley, thanks for being here for tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. Any questions before? Well, I'm going to do my checklist, but any questions before I start that? You guys are pros. You know what's going on. All right. Let's
This
see.
isn't. I see you have the Christopher Lloyd back there. This isn't the animated 3D one that we're reviewing.
I'm prepared for you to spout that at me during the technicals, but no, it's not that, Paul.
All right.
And it's not the Addams Family reunion with Tim Curry. Oh, darn it. I watched the wrong one.
Huh.
There's one with Tim Curry?
Yes, he plays a very... Yeah, he's the only redeeming part of that entire... It was a television movie. It was called The Addams Family Reunion. The only person who returned to the Addams Family from the theatrical releases was the actor who played Lurch. So he... So he was in the TV movie, and it was Tim Curry as Gomez and Bo Derek as Morticia, which was just a really bad black wig.
All right.
Yeah, I think that'd be what do you have to do. All right, let's see here. So, how do I auto check this? Because I don't have my DAR. Let's do this. Hello, this is Francisco, and coming out right there. Okay. Paul, tell me something about your day, please.
This is Paul Powers, wondering why the IMDb always changes their layout, so you can't find anything. It's not where things used to be. Like, where is the release date now?
Thank you, Paul. You have to click on the year at the top, which is ridiculous, and then it will give you everywhere all the countries it's been released in and the day of that. But still, it'd be nice to just give me the full date
where's
there.
the dumb
Okay,
USA?
that's enough, Paul.
There it
Enough
is.
from you, Paul. Ashley, tell me about your day, please.
It was Friday. It was low key. I got everything done on my checklist.
Nice. Okay, and Eric, could you tell me about your day, please?
It's pretty good.
All right, Ashley and Paul, could you both raise yours just a little bit? Raise your gain a little bit.
I'm all the way up. Hold on, let me try. If this makes any difference?
See,
Hello. Is that any biff different?
Any biff different?
Any biffrent?
Any biffrent? What kind of word is that?
Bertrude told me to be biffrent.
It's in the
I know
dictionary.
who Gertrude is. Who is Bertrude?
It's Ernie's roommate. Bert and Ernie.
Wow.
Bertrude is his full name.
Turns out Bertrude was the original, but somehow Gertrude was the one that stuck, which is weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah. So Paul, talk again just about your day.
I'm still talking. I'm wondering what is going on with my. Why am I always having audio problems?
Yeah, I think you have like a auto gain adjust or something. I mean, I think it's fine. I think I'll.
Does this sound okay?
Oh, by the way,
is this okay?
Just a second, Ashley.
I will say finish. That I appreciate the volume level I was at on the previous episode. Maybe you just copied and pasted my stream in and made it louder there. I don't know, but
no,
I thought it sounded better than normal. But it's
I don't think I did anything different to yours, but okay. Pause. I think you're fine, Paul. Ashley, go ahead.
Better? Yes, no?
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, sure. She's better, but I'm worse. Okay, computer.
I didn't say you were worse. I said you were fine.
No, yeah, I'm not as good as I used to be. I understand. I'm getting old.
But you're more wise.
We all?
So
we're all getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Wise guy, eh?
Where's that from?
I was going to say Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's working. It's working.
That is Phantom Menace. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
Let's see. Do Eric or Ashley, do either of you have a time you have to be done by?
Nope.
I don't.
Don't think so? Okay. And you were on top of the likes and dislikes before I even asked, so thank you.
I'm right here.
Good job. Do you have a spiritual speculation, either of you? Yeah.
This one's harder than the last one, even.
Does that sigh say it all?
spiritually depraved?
No. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have one
What does
either.
it mean? I ask myself that a lot of the time too. What does it mean?
When godless heathens decide to make a movie, a comedy movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I not have a pen? Oh, there it is.
Maybe
Buried.
we skip it this time.
I guess
don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we could always talk about.
Oh no, I have one.
overtime in
I have an
heaven and
idea.
all that stuff.
I have one. One
All
came
right.
to mind.
All right.
A flash of inspiration. So let me just.
We can
jot it
talk
down.
about plows.
what?
That's for Francisco.
Plows.
Oh,
But
never
why?
mind. How quickly you forget. You put your hand to the plow and you looked back.
Oh,
and forgot
no,
it.
that thing. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Now I get
Wow.
it. Thank you.
Oh,
That's true.
yeah. We have an audience. Hey, Geek Devotions.
I mean, I will say that thing that he said, it was something that I did think about, but then I was like,
Well, that's where I was gonna go, and now he's totally stolen my thunder. Thanks a lot, Geek Devotions. Jeez.
The
We'll
prodigal
see.
son? Oh,
Yes.
Mm.
I don't. All right, that's a stretch.
I don't know. It's something we might talk about. We may not. Maybe we'll start on it and end up somewhere else, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
end up in the millennium.
Exactly. Chapstick.
as long as we don't end up playing a game of Wake Up the Dead, I'm good.
But that's gonna be the
before
encore,
millennium.
Ashley. Darn it! I guess I can't do it.
No.
Or
Let's
is it the
see.
beginning of the
Order.
millennium? Dang it! Now I have to research.
All closed.
That's a good
Oh, I need
question.
a Pan you. Okay.
Actually,
All right, now I have
no,
guys
that's
on
what
each
tripped me
side.
up on Ghostbusters. It's
Oh
not.
wait, do I even have to do that?
And when it's talking about the dead in Christ shall rise first, it's talking about ascending into heaven, not actually dwelling on the earth. Or wait, or is
This
that
sounds
talking
like a
about the
conversation I
beginning of
want
the
to know
millennium?
about,
All
Paul,
right.
but I'm not paying attention. Can you save it, please?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
I think I came up with my spiritual speculation.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Can you talk for me, Paul?
Yeah, what would have happened if Joseph
Okay,
had lost?
that's fine. Thank you.
That
I
was
just need to
from Geek
check
Devotion.
something.
All right.
Okay. So, Ashley and Eric, do you have your recorders, whether it's Audacity or anything else, up and ready?
It's up. I think it's still set from last time, so it should be
Oh.
set correctly.
Let me just
Awesome.
see. 44. Do you want 48? 44? What do you want?
48 would be preferable.
Yeah, because we're
Got
just
it.
doing audio.
Thank you. Yes,
All
we're
right,
just doing
I'm on
audio,
48.
Let me change to 48 because I was at 44.
Oh,
There
well,
we
thank you.
Okay. 48 Project
If I remember
Ray,
correctly, it's the 44 that goes with video.
microphone.
Yeah, just not to 50.
Right.
Not to 50.
I thought it was
44
over
and 48.
9,000.
I was going to say just don't go to 88 miles per hour, but wait,
Yeah.
that's another Christopher Lloyd movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother?
That's funny. I told my wife about this, and she goes, is that the movie with Doc Brown in it?
That's how she knows it. All
I
right,
think that's
fair.
what she said. That's what she said.
That's funny.
I mean, fun fact, I did see this movie before I saw Back to the Future.
Whoa, no way. So were
I
you
saw
like,
both
is that
movies.
Fester?
I saw both movies in the theater, so I saw the other one first.
Nice.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
But, yeah.
see either in theaters because I was 5.
I was gonna
when
say
this
you were
came
like,
out.
yeah,
I was 5 when this one came out.
right.
If
Oh,
Back
yeah,
to
yeah.
the Future is re-released in theaters, it might be a good time.
I think so.
Maybe.
I saw it a few years back. We went and saw it in the theater. Actually, we saw it at Orchestra Hall.
Nice.
My wife and I did, and they played
Let me get this
the
ready.
soundtrack live.
Oh wow.
Oh,
it was-
oh, that's cool.
It was awesome. It was awesome. They played the
Yeah.
soundtrack live. You know, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and then Alan Silvestri showed up too.
Oh, he should
Oh,
have conducted. What is he
crazy.
just sitting
How
and watching?
cool.
Come on, lazy.
He went up on stage, you know, but he wasn't conducting, but he was there. I don't even remember what he said, just to say a few words or whatever. But yeah, it was great though. It was really, really good.
Yeah, sounds
Guess
like it would
what
be.
I found when I was cleaning?
What?
Dust Bunny.
That was
found
what I was
these.
gonna say.
Dust bunnies. There's no dust bunnies, and no, I have these evil things. Apparently, they were in the
jelly
back.
beans.
The jelly
They're
beans.
the evil jelly beans.
Oh no.
Mine are right here in a
Aren't
Ziploc
they?
baggie.
They're so evil. Most of these are like white and yellow, so I'm like,
No good. Maybe you guys can get me to eat one when you don't kill Smotron tomorrow. Yeah.
Smotron is a thorn in my side.
He's upgraded, so I'll be fun. Yes, go ahead.
No. I was going to say, if Francisco successfully predicts the outcome of this movie, I will take 2 of these.
Oh, I like this.
Not one, but 2. You have to successfully predict the outcome of this. So if it's not a deadlock tie, and you predict it's going to be whatever it is of the 3, and then we come to that conclusion, I will do this. Or if you successfully predict the number of Edna modes there's going to be.
Oh my gosh. 0 Edna modes. That's right. That's my prediction.
Why? You just lost
0
right there.
You already
I will
lost.
get 0. This will be a great show with no edits. It'll be amazing.
Too bad you just lost the game.
I mean, if anyone successfully... Okay, I'll throw another thing out there. Okay, if anyone in the audience successfully predicts the number of Edna modes, I will also do it. Because those odds are better.
Very good.
I think those odds are better.
Wow.
Because
you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
You said 0 already.
That doesn't mean I've lost yet. How do I lose? We haven't even started.
You lose before you've begun.
I am thinking 4th dimensionally. No.
No, you're not thinking 4th dimensionally. We are. It's kind of like saying, "Hey, I'll be there. I'm going to start the stream at 6 o'clock, but I'm not even getting ready till like 1:15. But it's not 6 o'clock yet. But you're going to be late anyway. You know what I mean?"
But it's only 6 now, and we've started.
No, it's 6:02.
I know, but
we haven't started.
I mean, okay,
we're getting close.
Yes, I think we are close. Actually, I was about to do a thumbs up for everyone, but Eric had to leave, I guess.
Right.
Hey, Nico. 7 Edna's Geek Devotions. Seriously,
that's usually what I predict. We've been fairly close to being right.
Yeah, 7 sounds good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, do you have like Bluetooth? You have like a Bluetooth thing, Eric?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's wireless, so I could still talk when I was over there. Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
Maybe I need to get that. That might solve my volume woes.
I'll do that.
I mean,
I like it. There's a setting. I saw there's a setting like automatic gain control or something. So I don't know if you want to turn that on or off.
Where?
That's such a good line.
Under settings in the restream thing. If you go to advanced, there's a checkbox that says auto gain control. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's something you can enable or disable. It's enabled on mine.
Oh,
it's enabled on mine too.
I just disabled it. Is that any better on my end?
Talk again? I wasn't looking.
Hi. Yeah.
Not Arnold.
Why?
I wish my camera didn't have such a wide field of view.
Well, if Arnold sounds like he used to, then maybe that's the key.
Oh, that's what you're trying to get. No, he still sounds a little low.
Ah, dang it.
You try so hard, Paul, but all you do is disappoint Francisco. His standards are just too high.
It's true. The bar is so high now, Paul, that you need to...
I'm just a disappointment. All right, I get it.
You're not a disappointment.
I think we
Arnold
all know what we're really saying here.
Oh my gosh.
It's just Arnold can't hold a candle to you. That's what it is.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's right. That's right, Eric. And if I imagine at some point I'll call you D-Tungsten just because I'm so used to it, but...
That's fine.
Thank you.
Where's my name?
That's a tragic one. Okay. I think I am ready. Your name is imbued upon you at birth, Paul.
No, I think he means where's my name on the restream, because normally it has the names.
Okay. Sorry, I can.
They are not there.
Yes, here you go. I can turn them on.
Why did you have them off?
Yeah, why were they off?
Because during the 24/7, I don't want just a title down there for the big stream.
So wait, is this Drake with us or is it Eric?
Eric, but he goes by T Tungsten on the streams.
Yeah,
but it says Drake.
That's like my stage name.
Too many names.
You can't keep them all straight, Paul?
No.
Fair enough. All right, give me a thumbs up, guys, if you are ready to hit record on your audio devices or computers, whatever you're using.
We gotta have a countdown.
Yes, on mark.
The final countdown.
5. This is not Europe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Mark.
This isn't the room either. Okay. Then.
Wait,
hi, Mark.
Because we just passed Mark.
We're past
Paul,
Mark.
We're
past
doing...
the point of no return.
Yeah.
Paul.
Why is it recording in stereo?
Oh, well, that's
fine.
okay if it records in stereo. Yeah, it's just a bigger file. It's not the end of the world. Did you need to restart or anything?
I would have to restart to change it, I think, once it's started.
I mean,
I'm using Audacity. I don't know if you
okay.
know if you have to do that or not.
Should we all stop?
Well, I mean, do you worry? Is there some concern, like your hard drive space or anything? For doing
I don't think I'm worried about. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with hard drive space, but I know you want it in mono because it's easier to do and it's less to fiddle with.
No, it's not a problem at all for you to send. I get people send me stereos. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I have in the past.
I thought you wanted mono. That's why. Yeah.
No. I mean, it eventually mixes. The final mix is to mono.
Right.
But
Geek
no,
Devotions, I don't think this counts because we haven't even started really.
Exactly.
I don't think this counts.
We're still at goose egg.
And you know how I hate to defend the lack of Edna because I love Edna mode. But no, I don't think so.
Hate to defend
Edna mode.
That doesn't count either.
I don't even think it's really stereo because I think it's just a mono mic too. So.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
it doesn't play records or anything. How could it be a stereo?
Yeah. Okay, so if Paul, you're gonna do the song, and then you'll just end where you have it ending, and I'll do on this episode of the Retro Rewind podcast. Okay.
No capes.
Okay.
All right. So thumbs up if you're ready to actually start the show.
Yeah.
All right. So we will start in 5, 4. Actually, no, we're not.
Have we done Have we done all the checklists?
I think so. I thought I went through them all.
All right.
Did I forget one?
I don't know. Usually you do.
No, I don't see one that I've forgotten. I was going to pray though, so
yes,
pray.
Please do.
Lord God, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for this group of people, both here on the podcast and those watching. I pray that this episode would bring joy to anyone who either watches live or listens next week, next month, next year, or whenever it is listened to. May it brighten their day and draw people closer to you. I pray all these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All righty, guys. Here we go. In 5.
Why don't I just do it whenever I'm ready? Because we're already recording.
Because I like the Wayne's World countdown. 5,
all right,
4, 3.
They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, live how they want to live, play how they want to play.
Stop. This is not Edna mode.
Yeah, it's a big Edna right there, baby. We even had a countdown. I tried to save you from it. They do what they want to do. Say what they want to say.
I don't have the soundboard connected.
Oh, well, that would help.
It's not in the checklist, so that's not my fault. It's not my fault.
That is truly an Edna.
Yes. Sorry, Francisco.
Well, I almost had 0 as this close.
You didn't stand a chance. Let's be real.
Wow.
You had one before it even got started.
Okay, you guys don't need to rub it in. All right.
We're just being honest with you. You don't want us to lie to you, do you?
That's true. I do not want lies. Don't believe his lies. Okay. I want this there. Get this. And.
Oh, sorry.
We don't. There's no Indiana Jones, right? I didn't.
No.
Because I didn't listen to one. Okay.
No, I dodged a bullet. That's.
Don't stop recording. Keep going.
Yeah.
Even though this is
because it's an official Edna. Of course.
Yeah, it's still going.
All right, good. All right.
Going for almost 5 minutes now.
Yep.
I'm ready, Paul. Just go when you want.
They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, live how they want to live, play how they want to play.
On this episode of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Fix it in post. No, I still can't hear it, in case you're wondering.
Prepare to rewind in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners, to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the master Addams Family Interrupter Powers.
You rang.
Or Lurch, maybe. Also, for this discussion of the film The Addams Family, we welcome back aboard Star Trek DS9 analyst, fan of video games, and amateur astronomer, Eric Olson, a.k.a. D. Tungsten, from our Twitch streams. Welcome, Eric.
Hi.
Hello. And in addition to Eric, we also have back aboard Chief Yeoman of the pod, Ashley Cronenbitter. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for having me back.
Of course. And now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for The Addams Family?
Nice. All right. The Addams Family came out on December 24th, 2019 on the internet because there was a pandemic coming out or something.
Wrong, Addams Family, Paul.
What? That's the first one you said.
No, the 1991 version is the one that we watched.
Oh. Okay.
Get on the Thunder Road 2 and go back and retry this.
Right back. Here we go. All right. The Addams Family was released November 19th, 1991. That one?
Yes, that one. Thank you.
Okay. It runs an hour and 39 minutes and is rated PG-13. It was Barry Sonnenfeld's directorial debut, and it was written by Caroline and Larry, last names Thompson and Wilson. The lead stars being Angelica Houston, Ruel Julia, and Christopher Lloyd. Music was composed by Mark Shellman, or is that Shaman? I can't tell if there's a dot.
I think Shyman. Shyman, I would want to say.
Ding Dong. All right, here we go. You ready for the box office trivia?
I am ready. Eric and Ashley, are you ready?
Sure.
Awesome. And chat, if you'd like to join in, feel free to. Go ahead, Paul.
All right. The Addams Family was made for about $30 million and earned over $191 million in the box office.
Wow.
So given this, and the fact that it was released theatrically in 1991, how high in the box office do you think it ranks among the movies also released in 1991? We'll go for the top 50.
Top 50. Well, let's let Ashley guess first.
This is tough because it came out the same year as Beauty and the Beast and the same month as Beauty and the Beast.
So 50?
No, not 50. Not 50. It was actually it was considered a critical success. It even got a sequel. 22.
22. All right. Eric, what's your guess?
9.
9. So Neko in chat guesses 60, but it's in the top 50, Neko. So you have to go at least 50. Geek Devotions guesses 20, and Neko revises his guess to 30. I am gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 32 for my guess.
Interesting. Well,
and
it came
Paul,
in
Go
at
ahead.
7, so
What?
Eric wins.
Good job, Eric. I was thinking of Price is Right on you, but I'm like, no, I'll be nice this time. And see where that got me.
Nowhere.
Well, awesome, Paul. Thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's find out, and let's see if any of them factor into our memory mind meld or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we will get into once Alice has located our target film.
Alert! Alert! Approaching target. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
by such beauty.
How can I compete? You're twice the woman I am.
Paramount Pictures proudly presents
Bravo, Pugsley!
The Addams Family.
Unhappy, darling? Yes, completely.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, November 22nd.
Awkward pause.
That commercial might bring back some unhappy memories of the Addams Family, but to give you some context for the things we collectively remembered most before our rewatch, here is our memory mind melt synopsis for The Addams Family. Bad Uncle Doc Brown gets amnesia and gets out of here. It's leaves. You sound like a dang fool when you say it wrong. Judge Doom tries breaking into a vault by pulling multiple chains, failing multiple times, eventually falling into a pit. 2, 10, 11 eyes, fingers, toes. A thunderstorm emerges from a library book. Lightning strikes fake Fester, but suddenly he remembers he actually is Fester. Finally, Professor Plum goes from pretending to be family to actual Addams Family. Time to play Wake the Dead game. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say some of that was right, but I'd say most of it was decepted. Based on those memories, though, as flawed as they were, what rating did they lead you to predict for this film before rewatching it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? I'm going to start with Eric this time. What was your prediction for the Addams Family?
I predicted nostalgic.
Nostalgic? How about you, Ashley?
I was such a fan of this movie as a kiddo. I have such fond memories. I said classic.
Classic, nice. Okay. Paul, how about you? Were you such a fan of this as a kid?
Nah, but I said nostalgic anyway.
I also predicted nostalgic. It'd been a long time since I had seen this, and I remember thinking it was okay. Now, we also have, to sort of sweeten the pot, as it were, Ashley has proposed that she will have a Bean Boozled Bean, which is a commonplace thing here if you watch our Twitch streams or YouTube streams, our live streams, I should say, for me to have a Bean Boozled Bean. But if I am able to predict the final rating that we all come to by the end of this, and I get it right, Ashley will have a Bean Boozled Bean. So my prediction for our collective final rating, our Retro Rewind podcast final rating, is going to be... I'm going to guess it's going to be a disputed, tragic movie. So we'll see how that lines up. That's going to be my guess. I could be wrong, but we'll see.
Can I predict that he's wrong?
Then I just realized I should have written it down so none of you could like swing the vote, but too late now.
Too late. Too late.
But no, it's not too late.
Wow, 3 classics and a tragic Francisco. I think you need to eat the beans.
It'll be interesting to see if those predictions come true. But first, let's get into our discussion of the things we liked most about the Addams Family. Let's spin up our...
Best 3.
Which will be best 2 this time since we have 2 awesome guests. So let's start with Ashley. What's one thing you liked about the Addams Family?
Honestly, I really liked the script. There were so many times I caught myself giggling, especially anytime it was Angelica Houston as Morticia delivering lines. Just the way that she said them, her delivery was exquisite. And just the things that she said, they were like, what did you just say? And I would just be like, oh my goodness, did she just say that? And I would be laughing. And another thing that I remember from being a kid that still made me giggle was later in the film when Wednesday and Pugsley have their lemonade stand, and the Girl Scout approaches and she says that she'll buy a glass of lemonade if they buy a box of Girl Scout cookies, and Wednesday just nonchalantly says, are they made from real Girl Scouts? And I'm just like,
that was
sheepish grin.
So that was a bonus like I had down, because that was the one moment in this film that I like just laughed. I like thought that was so funny. So yeah, there was one of those. Let's go to Eric. Did you find the script very funny, or was there something else that really made your like list and for this movie?
Yeah, well, my favorite thing was the lemonade, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that from, that was the best. That was the best line in the whole thing. But, I also liked the I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone else. I thought about doing that for Halloween the next year, but I don't think
really?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
Boring.
So you dressed up as Wednesday, dressed up as a homicidal maniac?
No, just saying that, because I didn't feel like dressing up,
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Well, then, Paul, what's something you liked about this film?
I really liked the cast. I really enjoyed what each person did, what they brought to it. I was really involved in the story when the main Addams family characters, not so much the side people or even Uncle Fester, I thought, what's his name? Christopher Lloyd played a little bit over the top for me, but everybody, I thought they played it nice and it wasn't, like I said, too over the top because that's like the more norm. Therefore, it made it more grounded, more real for me.
That's funny. I would say it's actually the opposite for me, Paul. I thought that what Christopher Lloyd brought to Fester was what grounded this for me. I especially appreciate, and this was my I especially appreciate his performance in that when you see him at first with the mother character, I forget what her name is, and he's just very feels comfortable in his skin, he's sort of nuts and easy to pop off, and he turns the lawyer Tully upside down just super easily and stuff. But you can tell he's sort of relaxed. And then when he's pretending to be Fester and he's with the Addamses, he's very on edge, sort of doesn't know quite what to do, and is just very it seems very insecure. Mm-hmm. But as the movie progresses, especially that sort of key moment when he teaches Wednesday and Pugsley about fencing or something, you see this shift where he becomes more comfortable with his actual family, and much more on edge around his fake mom. And I just really liked that transition. So I really
acting through the story of his character, it was on par to that story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I thought that was a good job because he didn't have to bring that subtlety, but he did.
He wasn't subtle about it. He was a little bit another level.
Babushka to you, Paul. Okay, Then let's get to our classic makers, guys, apparently.
All right.
Let's start with Ashley this time. What's your classic maker? What's the thing you love the most about the Addams Family?
Well, I too enjoyed the cast, and actually a few members of the cast were my classic maker.
Oh, cool.
Really, the dynamic between Raul Julia and Angelica Houston was my classic maker. Nice. Just Raul Julia being over the top and just giving such life and vivacity to his character.
Yeah,
and totally. Angelica Houston just being completely deadpanned, but still having feeling behind everything that she said. Their chemistry was believable, and they didn't feel like they were playing characters. It actually felt like they were these people. There was just this realism to these two characters when everybody else felt kind of comical and out of place. They felt legitimate, and that was kind of funny. Just given the campiness and dynamic of this film, they were everything to me. They were a couple goals.
And I was reading when I was looking through the trivia for what we were going to do for our trivial question. One of the things that I read was that apparently this was Raul Julia's favorite role, and he would just love it when kids would come up to him and call him Gomez or Mr. Addams or something. That he really cherished that. So that I definitely see. You definitely can see why that would be the case because he did perform it so well, and you pretty much stole my classic maker, Ashley, because Raul Julia and Angelica Houston, their interplay, it felt like these two, husband and wife that were just in love, and it was just great to see that. So even though we'll get to some of the things I didn't like later, but I really enjoyed their interplay. So that makes two of us. Eric, was that interplay your classic maker as well?
I liked it, but probably the thing I liked the most about it was, besides the lemonade stand thing,
was there arsenic and stuff and cyanide in the lemonade, you think?
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know. Probably, yeah.
Why wouldn't there be?
Invite a lawsuit, but okay.
But the I liked the thing.
Yeah.
Is that the hand or the hair?
Thing is the hand.
Okay.
Cousin It is the hair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, not to be confused with The Thing, which I said earlier. That's a different movie.
The rock guy or the multi-body guy?
Right. Not the rock guy.
Oh,
that's
from
Fantastic Four.
Time.
No, but I actually have a funny anecdote about that.
Oh, go for it.
We were watching it in on TV or something. It came on. The movie came on. This is, I don't know, a few years after it, was out in the theater. So it was, mid 90s, and watching it with my friends there, and he kind of fell asleep in the middle of it.
Oh,
and in that scene when Thing goes and answers the door, and he's at the door, and he's go answer the door. My friend wakes up for like a second and goes, doorbell. And it goes back to sleep, and it's just like we had to tell him later what he did, because he didn't know.
Funny.
But he had enough connection to the movie to, that word just came out.
Wow. Okay. So was what the unpack this a little bit more for me. What about Thing was really appealing to you?
I mean, I remember seeing it, and it looked really good, and just all the thing, like that bit where he's like chasing after, and he's grabbing on the car, and he does like,
yes.
He just jumps up in the air, and it's like, and then he's like trying to grab on the car and stuff like that.
Yeah, for 1991, this was really good graphics.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really good, and just
those FedEx boxes just going right where they need to be. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The scene, and they played the character right. You know what I mean? Like they had they just I don't know what's the word. They pulled it off.
Yes.
They pulled the whole thing off on it. They got the character right, they got the humor right, they got the effects right, all that.
Yeah, and they didn't have to. There was only one scene where I just noticed they resorted to hand through when he's trying to tell Gomez.
He's doing the Morse code and the sign.
Yeah, the Morse code.
Yeah.
You can tell they cut out through the table. That's the only scene where they resorted to that.
I thought you were going to say when he's holding up the golf ball.
Oh, I guess that probably would have been a place to do it too.
Yeah, they
but
probably
I didn't
did it
notice
that way
there.
too.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't
awesome.
as noticeable.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, then that leaves Paul. What was your classic maker for this film?
Well, I thought there were a lot of good lines, and that's what my classic maker was. It was the whole good/bad reversals. What is expected to be the norm?
Really,
is not
Paul?
The norm. Yes.
Really interesting.
And the way, yes. Hey, did I talk over you? No. Are you trying to be the master interrupter here? No, I am. All right.
Are you being like Robert De Niro?
Yeah. Hey.
You the master interrupter? That's a horrible Robert De Niro.
Anyway, I thought it was really good writing throughout. That encompasses the whole Mr. and Mrs. Addams banter. Just all the things that you expect to be bad are really good, and good bad, and without going over the top. Except for some places like the whole blood on this in the play scene. That was over top.
Really, I thought that was
over the top.
Yeah, I thought it was over top in the good way, but okay, continue.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that. Without going like too graphically, like this could have been like a horror movie if pushed too much in that direction. So I like how tame it was, but still able to play with that idea.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I could totally see that. Awesome, guys. Well, then I guess we can move on, except I forgot
what?
Something else I liked.
What?
I know. Shocker, guys, right? Yeah, I forgot. Stunning and Brave. Each week, hosts Chris Cowan of the Babylon Bee and Nate Henderson of Some Boring Budgeting Job confess their privilege, spotlight stunning, quote-unquote, social media posts, and fabricate outrage, all while keeping you super woke and enlightened. They will make you laugh. That's right. You have no choice. Check out Stunning and Brave at stunningandbrave.net.
Wow, that's very brave of you. I'm just stunned. But what does that have to do with the Addams Family?
The Addams Family is a comedy. Stunning and Brave is a comedy podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they're the same. Okay.
Yeah, it might as well be the same. Yes, exactly.
All right. So if you rate this not so well, does that mean that Stunning and Brave is not so well?
Let's go to some trivia about the ADDAMS family.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you all realize that when Fester, played by Christopher Lloyd again, arrives at the Addams' house, his trunk bears travel stickers from locations known for horrible events and disasters? Elba, Jonestown, the Bermuda Triangle, Death Valley, and the Black Hole of Calcutta, 3 Mile Island, Alcatraz, Pompeii, and Devil's Island, and others. So, my question to you guys is, have you ever visited a place known for a horrible event or natural disaster? Let's start with Eric.
Does Chicago count?
Sure, yeah, that time Ferris danced in the street. That's horrible. Horrible event. Just closed down traffic. Ugh, is the worst. The worst day. Okay. All right. Ashley, you're shaking your head, but is there any?
I mean, I guess I technically have been. I did go to Ground Zero in 2005, so not long after the September 11th attacks. And we actually got to go to the church near Ground Zero and actually see the memorial, and it was just heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, that's the closest I've been to something where tragedy just struck. And it was just very emotional to be there all those years ago. And I think even if you were to visit it now, it would still have the same effect 20 years later.
I imagine they weren't selling bumper stickers highlighting that. Go ahead, Eric.
I went there in 2004, and it was the same thing. We didn't go to Ground Zero. It was too soon for us even then. In 2004, it was just a little bit too soon. But we saw Statue of Liberty and stuff, so that was cool.
Awesome. And Paul, how about you?
I didn't realize Death Valley was like a horrible event or disaster area, being in Southern California myself. But, I mean, it has high temperatures. But
it's called Death Valley because people died traversing it, I think, right?
Well, I don't know. It's just like one of the hottest deserts, at least the U.S. has. But
the highest recorded temperatures in the continental United States are recorded at Death Valley.
Well, there you go.
But Francisco and I went to college at Cal State Northridge, which is, the home of the epicenter of the Northridge earthquake.
Right. So, I forgot about that. Yes.
that whole area could be considered that. Yeah.
Good
and
point.
Then later,
Paul.
I actually lived a block from the epicenter itself. So,
oh my gosh,
for about a year. Luckily, no earthquakes were happening then. But
well, that's good.
I have another place, but I don't know. Everything around me is just like stuck by tragedy. No, I actually live in the town where the Columbine shooting happened, and I actually only live about 10 minutes from the high school and the memorial itself. So it seems like everywhere I go, there's just a little bit of sadness. Like not because of me, but just so much sadness.
That's
like
hard.
We live in a fallen world or something.
What? No way.
We're
craziness. Wow. Well,
anyway, that's morbid trivia, Francisco.
Yeah,
9.8 meters per second.
Yeah, it's pretty morbid. If we're not macabre anymore, it's just morbid.
Yeah. Anyway, I have the answer to our previous audience question, which again was, how morbid can you be? No, it was if you could be any Star Wars character for Halloween, which would it be? And surprisingly enough, everybody hates Star Wars and nobody would want to be it because we didn't get any answers for it. So maybe it's past their time.
Ashley or Eric, would there be a Star Wars character you would want to dress up as for Halloween?
I always wanted to dress up like Princess Leia. I never did because I was always like, you're never going to get your hair to be like the buns and you'd have to wear a terrible wig. And I am not a fan of wigs, so I don't know that would ever happen. Although
just get the earmuffs from Spaceballs.
Maybe. A generic Jedi. That's a good answer.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Geek Devotion says that. I was going to say, also in Empire Strikes Back, doesn't she have like a looped braid in the back? So it seems like that'd be easier.
Yeah,
to do,
she has like
two loops.
She has milkmaid braids, and it kind of goes around and it loops. Yeah, when she's in Cloud City on the planet Viston. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking in the base at the beginning, but
in the base,
that's right.
That's in the back or something.
Yeah, that's in the back. But I just like always remember the braids from when she's in Cloud City because it like loops under.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Her hair was so pretty in that scene. Like, the hairstyles that Carrie Fisher got to wear. Oh man.
Yeah.
How about you, Eric?
I actually have dressed up as a Star Wars character.
Oh,
for
really?
Halloween.
Oh,
I dressed up as Luke Skywalker from
Nice.
Return of the Jedi with the black and the and the one glove and.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Geek Devotions in chat said he'd be a generic Jedi. Neko says Han Solo. We even called our dog Solo be a good boy. Okay. Let's see. Babo says, I've been in Pestigo, Wisconsin.
Pestigo?
Yes.
That too. Home of the giant fire the same day, I think, and the Great Chicago Fire. Oh, okay. Wow, crazy. But we've passed that now, Babo. We're to Star Wars characters you want to dress up as. Come on. Stay with it here.
Unless we talk about this listener's episode question. Listeners.
So here's the thing: we don't have a listener's episode question because I've noticed recently that we haven't been getting a lot of responses. So I think what we'll do is transition. If you want to participate, you can be here live and share your answer to the trivial question, the main trivial question, or I might start posting those in the Discord and you can just answer them there. So we can all just see each other's answers over there.
Yay.
Paul with his love of Discord.
Yeah.
But now that we have all had some trivial fun, and if you're like, no, I demand a trivial question for us to answer via email, Francisco, then reach out to me at trivia@retrorewindpodcast.com, and then I'll keep it going. If I hear one response, I'll keep it going there. But otherwise, moving into the Discord. Anyway, move along. Now that we have all had some trivial fun, let's find out what memories you, our awesome rewinders, had about the Addams Family. David Gardner says, one of the few macabre humor movies I like, from the dirty pool sword fight to not caring if someone is dead before burial. Great movie all around.
Wardell White says, I remember liking the 60s TV series better.
Oh, okay. Jarwari says, rip Raul Julia. Yeah, for sure.
And Celeste Mora says, the tango scene. Gomez
Yes.
and Morticia's relationship is goals.
Is goals, yes. I not gold. I heard, yeah, goals. David Bobke, that's our Baba, said, they do what they want to do. They do what they want to do. Say what they want to say. Live what they want to live. Or live what they want to live is the Francisco version. Play what they want to play. Dance how they want to dance. Well, you know the rest. The song is pretty good.
Slap a friend. Sorry.
I remember liking this movie overall, but I never thought it had a sensible plot. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you all have some things that you're not too fond of when it comes to this movie. In fact, we do. In fact, that's a lot of facts. Let's get to our dislike section of the Addams Family.
Worst 3.
And let's begin with Paul. What's something you didn't like about the Addams Family?
All right, I'll go with this one. That intro. Yes, it's white text on almost a black background, but my goodness, is that slow and like just get on with the movie. Yes, the Christmas carolers are coming in. Put some credits under that. Let's get the movie going. Put some credits under that. Not some long, boring. It's just drove me nuts.
Would you prefer to watch a dragonfly flying throughout those credits?
I had the same thing with Men in Black.
Also,
ridiculous.
Did you think that the font style looked very similar to Men in Black with a very thin?
It was the same, but this is the director's first movie, so why am I surprised that it's the Men in Black that stole the Addams Family font?
All right, fair. I'm curious. It's not related to how long the credits went, or that they're mostly white text on black background. But for me, Did anyone else feel like it was very mean-spirited for them to pour tar on Christmas carolers?
Or hot oil, basically scalding them or possibly to death? Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just to prepare.
But I'm glad they didn't show it.
Yes. Yeah.
It was to prepare you of all the plausible deaths coming that doesn't really happen.
I guess that's a fair point. All right. Yeah, that's just something that was like, really? That's how we're starting this movie? All right, I guess.
Yeah.
D. Tungsten, was something you didn't like about this film? Was it are you a equal, not proponent, opponent, I guess, of white text on black backgrounds?
I just thought the font was hard to read.
Okay. That's fair.
It was messy, you know?
Don't watch on your phone, D. Tungsten, Eric, and you'll be able to read it.
Yeah, it wasn't on the phone.
Might as well have been.
Wow.
Yeah.
But was that really your dislike of this?
It's not font? No, it's just, you asked specifically about that. There wasn't a lot. I mean, one of the things I guess I'm going to pick on is maybe the art style of the gravestones. I didn't care for.
Oh,
it was
like the different figures and stuff.
It was like sort of a creepy Picasso-y looking stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's I didn't like that at all. I mean, I thought it was creepy, but then again, it's kind of the point. But
exactly,
not in a way that I liked.
In a couple of years, we'll have inflated ones that look just like that.
Yeah.
Like for Halloween decorations, you mean?
Yeah. People put on their lawn because it's, bloated. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go to Ashley next. What's something you didn't like about it? What did you think was bloated about this movie?
Well, in all honesty, one of my main dislikes was actually the villain in this movie fell flat for me. She was incredibly
the mom.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. The mother, Abigail Craven, aka Dr. Penderschloss.
Yes.
She really didn't. I don't know. She just felt weak to me. Like there weren't really any high stakes in the film for her, and she really wasn't believable as a loan shark. I'm like, she's this grandma-esque character, and yes, she has Gordon be her like strength, the arms of her business, and how she and her son were going to set up the accountant to take the fall based on their original plan. And I don't know, she just kind of fell flat for me. When she was in her alternate persona, her accent irritated me to no end. Because
really?
It didn't.
Why do you think that
is? Why do you think that is? Displacement. And I'm just like, oh man, stop talking right now, please.
It reminded me so much of the accent the woman Broomhilda used in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, yes.
Exactly the same.
At least she didn't talk like Mae Marian, because you know how happy that makes me.
Oh, that would be terrific.
Oh, it would be terrific. No, I don't know what it is with people and bad accents that just drive me up a wall.
Very fair. All right. For me, it wasn't the antagonist of this film, either Tully or the mom. That was something I disliked. Is actually, okay. So this is probably really silly, and this is very technical, but the judge at the end. So Tully essentially gets the judge that the neighbors of the ADDAMS family, who Gomez keeps hitting golf balls into his house. He gets him to be he's the judge for the case of whether or not Fester gets the house and all that. I really think that judge would have to recuse himself, otherwise there'd be a mistrial or something. So I thought that was just ridiculous. That, I mean,
it's a small town. They only have one judge. What are you gonna do?
What? It's a small town?
Yeah, that's only where that kind of thing can happen.
Yeah,
but they go a little away from the house, and there's big streets with big billboards for, I think it's Coca-Cola. I forget. Well,
they're everywhere in small towns and big towns.
All right, but it didn't seem like just a small town, is what I'm saying, and that seemed ridiculous. It doesn't matter how small the town is; you could still get a mistrial with that. So I thought that was ridiculous. That was something I didn't like, but it wasn't the thing I hated the most. The thing I hated the most was sort of flies in the face of what Paul said, which is
go.
Yeah. Come on, Paul. Let's go. Let's go. I couldn't understand. When they're setting up that Gomez, the whole Addams family would say essentially opposite, like unhappy morning or something. Gomez says to Morticia, and she says the unhappiness. I forget exactly what the line is. There's these several times where it's like the opposite of what would you normally say, but then other times they say, "Oh, that's sweet," or "That's not terrific." But there's they don't. That's not consistent.
They weren't
throughout.
consistent.
Yeah, they weren't consistent throughout.
That's different.
What do you mean that's different?
I agree with you there. It should be consistent.
Okay, all right. Then we're in a heated agreement apparently, Paul.
Yeah. Heated agreement.
Because I get what they're going with that, and I can appreciate that. I just want them to carry that through all the way, not have it be sometimes we're just going to default because it's easier to script write. I don't know. So that was my tragic maker, sort of low hanging fruit, but that's what it was. Let's go to Eric next. What's the thing you hated most? Was it also that they weren't consistent?
No, although that does bug me sometimes. It didn't bother me that much in this movie for some reason.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes I notice that big time, and it's just whatever. But I just enjoyed so much other stuff that it kind of.
All right. Don't give us your final rating yet. What don't you like most about this film?
I'm gonna say probably the part where Wednesday was looking up to her witch ancestor.
When was that?
Great Aunt Capernia.
Great Aunt Capernia.
When was that? What part?
It was the scene. It was the scene at the school where the teacher pulled Morticia aside and said, "Oh, our class had to do talking about like their famous figures." And this person idolizes Jane Pauley, and this person likes the president. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah. Wait, Francisco, you didn't fall asleep?
No, I did not fall asleep.
Wow.
I didn't fall asleep through this. I remember this now.
A first in like years.
Years?
Anyway, so you didn't like the part in the school?
The part was fine.
She was looking up to a witch, I think is what.
Looking up to a witch, yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be the reverse stuff, I guess.
It doesn't mean you have to like it, Paul.
All right. Oh, that's too far. You can't look up the witches. You have to put the witches down here. Then you can look down on them. All right.
Oh, goodness. Well, Ashley, what was your tragic maker for the Addams family?
Oh, my goodness. The suspension of disbelief in some of the scenes in this film drove me bananas.
You don't like a slide that goes down and they're in different positions as they go down the slide?
No, it has nothing to do with the slide. It's ultimately like where the slide ended up and how they were on like this gondola and they're in this like Phantom of the Opera-esque lagoon underneath their house. And
sing for me.
Yes, and those are the vibes that I was getting. I'm like, okay, Phantom came out a couple years before, and I'm like, okay, they're channeling this. Mm-hmm. And then how big is their property? Because when Wednesday goes missing, and they have a swamp and they have this, but they have a next door neighbor like really close on their property line. So really, realistically, how big is their property? And another thing, when Gomez has the scene where he's racing his trains, they show like there's people on the train. How did those small people get on that train?
Yes.
And how is it that his toy trains are having an impact on the environment around him? Yes. And how is there weather in library books? And how in the world does Gordon fake being Fester so well, even though you know the end reveal that he actually is Fester? How in the world is he able to do the mamushka if he doesn't remember it? I refuse to believe that he is able to just ad-lib that ridiculous dance, mamushka, especially a dance involving knives. And how in the world does he remember how to create all these things for the children? How does he remember all these things? Does the house like magically like revive his memories? But he doesn't get his memories back until he's struck by lightning. How? There's so many questions I have. And it's just,
more.
Why?
More. Because it's all throughout the film. Why does Gordon and Mom refer to each other when everybody's listening? Why does she even use that stupid fake accent? Nobody knows her. She can use her normal one.
Is this your tragic maker as well, Paul?
Tragic maker is right along with everybody else's except for Eric's. But It's throughout the whole film. It just doesn't make sense. A lot of it. It's like, how many times can you kill your little brother and he's okay? Like,
yeah, good point. I don't get that. I don't get a lot of that element of it. Like, they seem to do things that could seriously, kill anyone or maim people, but they're totally fine. But I guess that's just, it's more of a cartoon in that way.
I laughed out loud when the mom said, "Don't use that knife. Use this big one instead." But I get it's funny, but it just doesn't make sense. You're on this is way cartoony in some ways that are just way over the top.
Okay. But that's fair.
There's a lot of it doesn't make sense.
I mean, and it'd be something if they had some rules to sort of govern, oh, okay, this is how they can play these off and allow it to be just completely bonkers. But without that
they're immortal gods. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then how in the world does Thing take that wagon behind him filled with Federal Express packages? He's a hand. How strong is he?
They're empty
is
boxes.
he just is he like a version of the Hulk, but a hand?
He has incredible grip strength.
I want to know how he's able to snort all that coke to go that fast.
Oh my gosh. It's it seeps in through his pores. He just like puts his hand.
Oh yes,
down.
there you go. Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, guys, I think we've entered all our trajectories into the firing computer. Alice, do you have a firing solution for us? Let it be a disputed treasure, please. What?
Firing solution complete. Rating salvo at the ready. On
Get
your
that
mark.
salvo authority out.
Oh my gosh, Paul.
Ready.
All right. Do we rate The Addams Family a classic? We'd recommend anyone go see this, whether or not they've seen it before. I mean, don't waste your time with the 3D version. Don't waste your time with the old TV version. This one's great. Go check this out, even if you've never seen it before. And if you have seen it before,
they're all good.
Watch it again. Do we rate a nostalgic? It's only worth your time if you enjoyed it as a kid or whenever you saw it last, you enjoyed it. It'd be worth your time to revisit it. But if you haven't seen it before, watch something else. Tales from the Crypt, maybe. Or do we rate a tragic? We'd recommend no one see this. If you've never seen it, keep it that way. And if you have seen it and remember liking it, don't sully those good memories with a rewatch. So let's start with our guests. We'll start with Ashley. What is your final rating for The Addams Family? You predicted classic. Did it end up being a classic?
No, unfortunately, the rewatch, all those questions that I had and my tragic maker, it knocked it down a peg. Well, I wouldn't call it tragic. I would.
I heard tragic just now. Let me write down tragic because I heard the word tragic. So that must have been, that's what you did, right?
That's not what I said. I said it was nostalgic.
So I misheard. I'm so sorry.
It came pretty close, but honestly, just the family dynamic and the cast, they sell it enough for me.
Yeah.
Even with all the questions and frustrations I have with it, it's still nostalgic to me.
Okay. Yeah. Very fair.
There's your dispute, Francisco.
Eric,
what? So far.
Okay, Paul, let me continue. Eric, what is your final rating for The Addams Family?
Well, I'm gonna go with a very strong nostalgic.
Okay.
Strong. Yeah, like if you're a fan, like even if you haven't seen it, but you're a fan of like the original TV series or something like that, you're gonna like this. Even if you haven't, you still might like it. You know, worth trying. Okay. But it's not necessarily awesome for everyone.
Okay, that's very fair.
Yeah.
Paul, how do you rate it? With and
if
you like
this,
Eric. You like Eric. You like Eric. Predicted.
Yes, I like Eric.
How'd you rate it, Paul? How'd you rate it? Whatever.
I think if you like this, you'll probably at least enjoy it a little bit, like Ashley. And so I'm going to say nostalgic because I think the positives. There are some positives in there, but boy, you got to turn your brain off. Just like, just keep it in low gear the whole time.
Yeah. Fun, mindless fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. I mean, I guess we're gonna make it unanimous, guys, because I thought there were things to like about this, but it certainly not going to win a classic anytime soon.
No.
But if you enjoyed it as a kid, I could see you liking it again. It wasn't necessarily for me, but it had its moments for sure. And I didn't fall asleep during it or anything like that. Whoa. So I'm going to rate it nostalgic.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen this, I'd recommend the trailer because it has all the best parts basically, and then skip it.
Wow. Well, according to the Retro Rewind podcast, we rate the Addams Family 1991's version a unanimous nostalgic film. If you enjoyed it as a kid or last time you watched it, then pick it. If it's been a while, watch it again for this like Halloween-y sci-fright season. But if you've never seen it, a sci-fright.
Oh, I thought you called me a weenie. All right, go on.
No, you must me. You're just hearing things now, Paul.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
That makes two of us then.
If you've never seen it, just keep it that way. All right. Let's get back to bed. It's time to get back to our own time. Good old 20XX.
20XX?
Comsat online. Receiving incoming transmission.
It feels good to be back, but we wouldn't have been able to travel back to 1991 to begin with if it weren't for our amazing reflux capacitors, namely Jared Holzhauer. Oh, let's see. I was going to try to do the Addams Family rap, but I'm not going to do that. Jared Holzhauer, Deborah Powers, Brian Keating, Patrick Hicks, LJ Lowry, Chris Cowan, Chris Owens, Geek Devotions, The Untold Podcast, James Cassian, Drew of the Cellcast, Ashley Crumbitter. Oh, she's right here. Pastor Dewson, Kennethan, Redeemed Otaku, Ryan Lingle, That's Our Babo, Josh Adams, D. Tungsten. Oh, you're here too. Woohoo! Andy Lewis, Jeff, The Dapper Man Reviews, Tony of the Retro Days, and Mr. Lost, in addition to 10 other awesome patrons as well. Thank you all so much for keeping the gigawatts coming. And if you want to help us keep flying for as little as $1 a month and get bonus content for your generosity, head over to retrorewindpodcast.com/support to help us grow via Patreon, Subscribestar, or PayPal.
This stream is sponsored by PaulJPowers.com.
And while we're thanking our supporters, we also want to give a big
Lord Chuck?
I was about
snappy hug?
There we go, a snappy hug. That was a lot better than macabre or some of these other gross things. Wow. Yes, let's give snappy hugs to our guests for supporting us with their comments and thoughts about the Addams Family tonight. So let's start with Ashley, because I like to go alphabetically. Where can people find you online? Or is there anything cool you got going on that people should know?
Nothing to promote right now. But
all right, forget you. All right, next is Eric.
No, let's go back to Ashley. You can still find me on Instagram and Twitter at APK11. APK1186.
All right. There we go. Are you sure? Because I heard a 11 in there. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm like APK1186 or 1186. I mean,
1186. All right.
Indeed.
1186. It's all good.
Awesome.
All right, Eric. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not welcome, but thank you.
Oh, I'm not welcome. I'll just leave.
No. I said I liked you.
Welcome to Retro Rewind Podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies.
Oh.
And this is where the stream goes dark.
This is where?
Dark. This is where it becomes light. Go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, I'm still going through my DS9 reviews.
Nice.
Trying to review every episode. I am on season 2. I think. Was it? I don't know if it was episode 6 or 7. I think was released today on my site.
Nice.
ASSEND.net is where it is, and that's what I'm doing there.
Cool.
And not much else.
All right.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, Ashley and Eric, for being on. It's awesome having you back. And a hearty thank you to those of you listening for the first time. And of course, all of you who are a part of our Rad Rewinder community. You all who watch us live every week, whether we are recording this podcast or I'm playing a retro game or Saturday morning cartoony type game. You are all an amazing group of people helping sustain the pod. But if you are looking to get involved in growing this Retro Rewind endeavor, reach out to us on social media where we are at Retro Rewind Pod pretty much everywhere. Buy some of our merch, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Podchaser, become a monthly patron, or simply just share your favorite episode of the podcast with a friend so that more people can enjoy the content of the Retro Rewind Pod.
Don't torture yourself, Gomez. That's my job.
You've been listening to RetroRewindPodcast.com/235, our review of the Addams Family with me, your exo, PaulJPowers.com. You can find me online and all my social media links at PaulJPowers.com.
.com?
.com. PaulJPowers.com. That's me, yes. PaulJPowers.com.
All right. Thank you for being an amazing friend, Paul. Awesome. We're getting to do this show with you. It's been another fantastic voyage. Like we're not like being shrunk down, going inside people's body. Not that fantastic voyage.
Oh,
in case you weren't sure.
Okay.
Okay, good. I'm glad I clarified that. But I have been
school bus though.
No, I don't have red hair. I'm not a teacher. I have been and continue to be the captain of the pod. I'm a captain. Francisco Ruiz.
Sorry, really, Mr. Bus Driver. I mean, captain.
Find me at Twitter at FXRetro_, especially if you need pixel artwork commissioned.
We are now part of the Culture Box Media Network. Right now. This very moment.
Yes.
Find all the shows unpacking truth through story, comedy, and geekery. I think I read that text right. If you couldn't tell, I was reading at culturebox.media. With that, I mean culture. So it's not .com.net. It's .media.
Correct.
Right?
.media.
Culturebox.media. Okay. All right, Captain. We are on final approach to base and ready when you are.
Thank you, XO. And thank you all for listening. We pray you are more joyful now than when you first hit play. But like a Pokemon, we got to catch you all for Lilo and Stitch. Our next episode of the Retro Rewind Podcast.
Retro Rewind mission complete. Proceed to nav point Omega and return to base.
Are they dead? Does it matter?
All right, that went so fast. We probably could have done the 2 likes and a Classic Maker, 2 dislikes and Classic Maker.
Well, I think we had enough, at least between Ashley's
my rant
tragic maker. Yeah, I think she listed enough for everybody to have 3 or 4 there. But it's all under the same umbrella, so yeah.
Right.
Make it make sense.
I mean, if you guys want, if you guys want to go
what?
back and record, just a second, Eric. If you want to go back and record and rate this all tragic, I'll rate it nostalgic. You could rate it all tragic. That way, Ashley could do it being boozled. Everyone for that? Yes.
Even though we all lost, and even though you lost.
Wait. Time out. Shouldn't Francisco have to eat one since he predicted incorrectly?
Wow.
Here's my proposal.
Okay, propose.
Okay, so yes, he should eat a bean, but since I'm such a good sport,
Thanks,
I'll do one too.
All right. Thank you.
And look,
let's see.
It is pink. Watch this be dead fish.
I pray for you, Ashley, if it is. I have one that could be dead fish or one that could be
Tutti Frutti.
I don't know. It's white, but it has fruit. It has speckles.
Why do you
in
have
it.
2?
Well, I was gonna let you guys choose. Do you want me to do the one that could be
red
dead fish,
or the blue pill,
or the
red
one with the
pill or the blue pill? I don't know. Is this dead fish? I can't tell. Wait.
You pick, Paul. Which?
Right.
Right or left?
Right. I already said right. Whatever right is.
We're gonna go with this little guy right here.
All right, go for it.
Oh, it's so horrible.
I'm gonna be so sad.
This Tutti Frutti is just so bad. Oh, it's just so
Told you that was
yummy.
the right one.
What'd you get, Ashley?
It's Tutti Frutti. I'm not a fan of it.
How did we both get Tutti Frutti?
Because you picked the right one. I told you. All right, since we have extra time, I think it's time for us to review the next episode of Young Indiana Jones.
Right.
That I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Then it is something that man was not meant to disturb.
Just kidding.
All right, in this episode, Indy goes to Disneyland and he rides his own ride. And
I have actually been on that ride at Disneyland, and what was fun is like it broke down while we were on it, so we were literally strapped. Yeah, my mother and I, we were strapped in the ride for like 45 minutes waiting to get off.
That's a long time.
Oh,
did they turn all the? They must have turned all the lights on if it was that long.
Yeah.
You don't get to finish it. Oh, that's frustrating. But okay.
I just saw the stunt show at Disney World.
Oh, I remember. I was actually a part of that when I went there once.
How are you a part of it?
Because they asked for volunteers from the audience.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I heard they don't have that anymore. Is that true?
No.
I haven't been there.
I was a volunteer at a local fair this year. That's cool, right?
Wilhelm scream. Yes.
Yeah, Wilhelm. Yeah.
Mi favorito.
Right. If any of you need to take a quick break before you do spiritual speculation, feel free. Bathroom, water, anything like that.
Oh, there he is. Like, there's a tail.
Let's see. Neko says Indiana meets Thor and makes a song with two nerds. Sure,
there you go.
Go with that.
There he is. See,
Hi, Toby.
He's always around.
I just got home, says John. Oh, John, hello. It's been a while. From my old school football game, and then got they got killed 58-0. Oh, that's harsh.
Gosh, that sounds like my hometown's football team.
Oh, really? Not very good. Or they're the ones that wrecked the other teams.
Oh no, they got decimated like all 4 years of high school.
Oh, sad day.
It's one thing when your marching band does better in competitions than your football team.
I gotta say, the year I was on marching band at me and Paul's college was the same year the football team sort of disbanded. So, or maybe it was the year after.
I was about to say, I don't remember that. They don't have. I thought they really shows you how much I pay attention to the football.
Wow.
The Matadors. Sorry.
Did you just get an alumni postcard recently, Paul? I got one. I was curious if you
know
got
what? What I just got is this postcard. It says
Oh, I have that on a T-shirt somewhere. I have two of them.
Eric has them on pillows. It's amazing.
I have the pillow. Yeah.
Gosh.
No, I didn't get that. Oh, alumni. Yes, I did. That was a couple weeks ago. Now that you
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's get to
the Team Womp represent.
Womp.
Let's get to spiritual speculation. How about that?
Oh man, Fester with his little. That's just a little eerie. Everybody.
Let's see. Can I? No. I was like, could I have like half my face on him? But no.
No. No.
Let's see.
By the way, I'm doing this like drawing type-esque avatar to remind people to go ahead and join Inktober. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I did.
I can't draw, otherwise I would.
Well, you can like.
No. I can't draw. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler, so no.
Well, this is to encourage all those artists to keep drawing.
There you go. Is that
keeping
creepy?
on, artists. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. That looks.
No. You need to put your face closer so it's matching.
Yeah, it better size match.
Actually,
what have you unleashed?
Like
there you go. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it kind of does. At the end of Jedi when he takes off his helmet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now say, Luke, tell your sister you were right.
Tell your sister you were right about me. Okay. Enough frivolity. All right, go back to right there. Okay, here we go. All right, then I will go ahead and start. Welcome, reflux capacitors, to another edition of Spiritual Speculation, where we talk about the spiritual themes that were prompted by the movies and games we cover on the podcast. And tonight, this conversation goes with our review of the ADDAMS Family, which you can find at retrorewindpodcast.com/235. It's most likely going to be a short one, so I'll just be upfront with you there. We'll see, though. But first, let's go around and introduce ourselves and say what our spiritual life was growing up and what we currently believe now. So I'll begin. My name is Francisco, and I was raised Presbyterian, and currently a non-denominational Protestant Christian. Paul. Not Paul. No, I'm going to save him for last. Eric.
I was raised when our family was in the Worldwide Church of God until I was 4. Okay. And then we were just kind of like agnostic. I was raised after that. So
okay.
And then recently I'm non-denominational Protestant.
Okay, very cool. Ashley?
I was raised Catholic, and I am now a non-denominational Protestant.
Whoa, that makes 3 of us. Paul, is it a forfecta?
Well, when I was younger, I got amnesia while exploring the Bermuda Triangle, and then I opened up a book and got struck by lightning, and now I'm a follower of Jesus.
That's amazing. Wow. How does that happen? Well, very good, guys. Yeah. So it's funny, just as we were introducing ourselves, there was something that came to mind for me for a spiritual speculation. So if no one else has anything that's like burning a hole in their pocket to talk about, then I'll go with mine. No?
All right.
Okay.
I have one, but I'm trying to find the verse. So while that's percolating, go ahead.
Okay. So like I think Paul just alluded to, Fester has amnesia in the ADDAMS family. Do you guys ever think that amnesia is something that's more do you think it's always just a physical condition, or do you think there's ever times where it's like a byproduct of demonic possession? Like the story that comes to mind most is the man that's in the graveyard moving around, which is also very ADDAMS Family-esque, and he has the Legion inside him.
Yes.
And he can't be held back by chains or anything like that. And I don't think he probably remembers who he is. He doesn't seem to act like that. So I'm curious if
we are Legion.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what are your guys' take on it? Purely speculative, unless any of you have experience exorcising demons, just pure speculation. Let's go with Ashley. Looks like she has something to say. So Ashley, go for it.
Ashley has nothing to say.
Then Eric, go ahead. What do you think?
I don't know. I've not had experience with it. I mean, I guess it could be.
Okay, that's all I need. Could be. I like it. Paul?
Possibly.
All right.
I forgot the question.
Possibly.
Is that demonic?
Amnesia? Could amnesia be a result of a demonic possession or influence?
Sure, it could, but it doesn't always. I think there's a lot of. You asked, is it physical?
Or is it just always physical? Is it always just like you got like a bad brain injury or something like that?
I don't think it has to even be demonic. I think it can actually be good if you can pray that the Lord take away a bad memory or something that could be wiped. That could be.
I prayed that, but that's never happened for me.
Oh well, just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen to other people.
That's a fair point. That is a very fair point, Paul.
So,
let's see. Oh, go ahead.
But I was about to say it doesn't have to necessarily be physical. I think it can be spiritual. Or is there another? It seems like there should be a third option, but I can't think of one.
I don't know what a third option would be. I do know that Geek Devotion says. I think it can be. We don't have any biblical text to say one way or the other. Yeah, this is just argument from silence. We don't have anything biblical to base this on. Most that I've seen heard had demonic issues seem to be aware of their actions. Oh, okay, interesting. So it's not like they were. Like a demon was exercising, it's like, what happened? Where am I? Like when, I come out of the Nintendo Ninja. I'm like, what? I don't know what happened just now. I've been possessed by the spirit of the ninja.
Nice.
Babo says, what about someone who goes into a coma and wakes up speaking a completely different language? Oh, I haven't heard of that. Have any of you guys heard that?
Stranger things have happened.
Oh, wow.
I think I have heard of that.
Okay, interesting. What'd you guys make of that? What could have happened to have?
I didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't say you did. What do you think caused
Why
that?
are you asking me? Why'd you bring me in here?
The brain is a mysterious thing. And if you just think of how mysterious the human body is, and you just think of how intricately God designed it, we're still discovering things day by day.
Yeah.
We still don't know a lot of things. I mean, the Lord knows, and maybe at the end of days when we're with him, he will tell us why these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard your brain's like a frying pan, and if you add eggs, it's like
drugs.
It's on drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that commercial.
I think the eggs are the brain, Paul.
Do not put eggs in your brain.
Well, okay. And don't give Rachel Lee Cook.
You have to
don't
eat
give Rachel
them.
Lee Cook a frying pan.
All right.
We are off the rails.
We are. This is one of the more stranger speculations, I must say.
Well, there was strange stuff in that movie.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a strange movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was there anything strange about the movie that's prompted a spiritual thought for any of you, though?
Did have something random, and I'm just like, I was thinking like, it has nothing to do with anything. It was just a random thought that I had, and I don't think it's even worth exploring. But there was this scene when Wednesday and Pugsley was like when she was trying to electrocute him.
Yeah.
And she was saying, okay, and now we play, is there a God?
Yeah.
And then it really had me wondering, like, if she's asking, is there a God? Is she agnostic? Like, how in the what in the world do the Addams family believe? I know that they like have seances, they commune with the dead. But they're alive and breathing, and they try to wake up the dead. Like, what kind of relationship do they have? Do they believe in a higher power? Do they commune with Satan? Like, what in the world do they believe? Could they believe?
That's a good
later
question.
in the film, Gomez talks about my God is my witness, and like, I mean, I guess that can be like a colloquial thing. People can just say it's part of the vernacular, but it really had me wondering, like, okay, if Wednesday is asking, is there a God, and this is the game that you're playing, and you're like playing God. What kind of relationship do you have? Are you complete atheist? Do you believe that the divine power doesn't exist? Like, what in the world is... Yeah.
I think you're not going deep enough. This movie was made by godless heathens who are questioning it themselves, is what I think.
How'd you know that, Paul?
I don't know. I said I think. It's
kind
of like if I were to wake up speaking another language. It's just what I
Paul's
think.
speculating. That's what we're doing.
All right,
Yeah.
fair.
No,
I thought you knew something that we didn't.
I think maybe they're trying to. Maybe they feel like the general population doesn't really know. Like, we don't know.
Okay.
We don't know that they know.
I mean, the thing about this, and I guess I'll say, even though I don't like supernatural horror movies for the most part are a bit too creepy for me. They stick with me and they make me scared at night, so I tend not to watch them. But something that they do allow for that most other like blockbuster movies and stuff don't is an aspect of a spiritual realm that you sort of have to for the context of the movie, you have to sort of think about that and allow for that to be, which is it's not a bad thing to have that be sort of at the forefront of someone's mind when they're enjoying media, to realize that this isn't this flesh is not all there is. There isn't just materialism. There is something else to us. We do have a spiritual component to us. So I like that. And so in this Addams Family, it does seem like they do. There is some element of that because they're communing with the dead, and which you're not like. It's not like they're talking to zombies or creating zombies or reanimating bones or anything. At least that's what it seems to be the case. So I do like that there's that element, but I was wondering about that as well, Ashley. Like, what do they believe? Are they Satan worshipers? Or they're obviously not just purely atheists. Otherwise, I don't think they could be doing the things they're doing. But I don't know. Eric, Paul, do you have any thoughts on that?
Geek Devotion says,
I'm so far behind on chat. I might as well be playing a game and ignoring chat right now. But I said lawyer action in the title.
They are non-practicing Jews, I'm guessing, since they spoke Yiddish.
Is babushka a Yiddish thing?
It's mamushka.
Babushka is Russian for like the grandmother or mother.
Yes, but the dance was the mamushka.
Mamushka. Oh, okay.
Yes.
My bad. Okay, is that Yiddish?
I don't know. I'm not Yiddish.
I'm not Yiddish.
You're asking the wrong dude.
What's a Yiddish with you? Okay, well, that's fair. A lot of weird stuff in the Mishnah and Jewish writings outside of the Tanakh. And the Tanakh is the Hebrew Bible? No, that's not right. Or is it? I can't remember. I'm not a Jewish scholar. Okay, guys.
Anyway. Tanakh, who's there?
Oh, my God. Wow. So, well, here, let's go back to the core question. Do you guys think, I'll just make it real simple. Do you guys think that Wednesday, just Wednesday, believes there is a God? Or is
I think
just...
she doesn't know.
Okay, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's not... It's not
she doesn't know.
She's what we call a seeker.
A seeker. Okay. All right. That's where you all sort of fall. I tend, given... I don't know. Her psychology seems like she's so deadpan that she's almost just saying that as a way to get Pugsley interested in death. But maybe she is a seeker. I don't know.
I mean, she's pretty morbid. A pretty morbid child. Look, like go to the scene where she's getting tucked in by Fester, and she's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which
and
apparently
her doll is headless.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, that's because Pugsley chopped it off with
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Sadness.
The guillotine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Craziness. All right. Let's see. So I think that any other spiritual promptings from this movie for any of you?
Yeah, Wake the Dead. I know we're not supposed to do that.
All right, Paul, you want to talk about Soul Sleep? I guess we could talk about Soul Sleep.
No, actually, I was going to talk about an old favorite subject, which brings us to the millennium.
There we go. All
right. So this is in Revelation chapter 20. This at the beginning, it talks about how the Satan will be thrown into the abyss.
Wouldn't chapter 1 be the beginning of Revelation?
No, Genesis 1:1. If you want to start there, if you want to go back, but if you want to get the context, all right. So the devil or Satan is thrown and bound into the abyss for 1,000 years. Beginning of verse 4, this is John speaking. He said, "I saw thrones on which were seated those who had been given authority to judge." I wonder if they had salvo authority. Anyway, he goes on to say, "And I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because of their testimony about Jesus and because of the word of God. They had not worshipped the beast or its image and had not received its mark on their foreheads or their hands." And verse 4 ends with, "They came to life and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years." So it talks about an actual physical rising of the dead, basically waking the dead. So I'm wondering, do you think, is it just those people who have lost their life because of their testimony,
like martyrs,
or they had
essentially?
judges, or do you think all those who are saved are going to be reigning with Christ for 1,000 years? Because verse 5 says the rest of the dead did not come to life until the 1,000 years were ended. This is the first resurrection, which is just blows my mind. Like,
multiple resurrections. What?
Yeah.
I tend to. I mean, I guess it sounds like from what you read that it's just the people that were martyred. So
is it just martyred during the Antichrist's reign? Because they had the beast with the image, or is it all?
Oh, I sort of got the sense that it's all martyrs, but or Eric and Ashley, what do you think?
Well, I mean,
going to all.
Yeah, I was going, all of that kind, or what, whatever, of martyrs and such. But yeah, I don't think it's specific to just a certain time. It doesn't. Yeah. Just logically doesn't make sense to me that way,
Yeah, you're not thinking fourth dimension, Paul.
It doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean I'm right.
Right. I was about to say, maybe the reason why the rest of the dead did not come to life, because if everyone came to life, the Earth would be overpopulated. Like, where do you fit that many people?
Well, no. Full stop, Paul. Full stop. Now, I guess. Hello, I didn't go anywhere. I just want to stop here.
We're all stopped. All right.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're all stopped.
Okay.
That brings to mind then, do you think that there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth when God recreates everything? Do you think the new earth is going to be landmass wise larger because it's going to need enough room for all the people that throughout all of history that have claimed the name of Christ as their Lord and Savior?
Well,
or do you think there ultimately aren't that many of them?
It has to fit the Borg ship. You know that
the city, the Borg city.
Yeah, you know it's because it's like a cube shape.
But that's just the city. But there's still the whole world.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing how many people have proclaimed
Francisco,
to believe in Christ
you know a good way to find
history.
Yeah, you know a good way to find out.
How?
Strap into my electric chair here.
I knew that's where you're gonna go. I was curious. How is he gonna weave this in? All right. How many Christians we're playing? How many Christians are there? Let's find out. 1, a 2, a 3.
I mean, you would hope, going to Francisco's question, you would hope that the new heaven and new earth would be exponentially bigger because that many people did proclaim Christ as their savior. That would be tremendous because so often you hear in church, like, we seek to make heaven more crowded, and how wonderful that would be if the new heaven and new earth was overflowing with folks who proclaim Jesus is king. But we have no way of knowing. I mean, we can hope and pray for such a thing when that time comes, but we have no way of knowing when and how that is going to look.
Yeah.
Hey, let's speculate about it and then record it and send it out into the podcast.
Well, I was going to say we could make it like a podcast.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
What's that, mister?
So it's like radio, but you download it from the internet and you can listen to it whenever. You ever have a song that you're listening to the song on the radio and it's like, oh man, I missed half of this. I want to go back and listen to the whole thing. Well, you can go and download. If you could go download that off the internet, it's like a podcast. Okay, stop, Francisco. That's close.
Geek devotions. Yes.
All right, what are you saying yes to for the
I'll read it
listeners?
Here. That is the sad truth. We can't know how many folks truly served Christ before they passed, but at the same time, this should spur us to spread the gospel all the more, for sure.
Amen.
You want to know something really sad? This is where spiritual speculation comes in. So, you have the millennium, right? The 1,000-year reigns of Christ.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the millennium. Yes.
Yeah. So, so there's Jesus and these resurrected saints, for lack of a better word, are populating the earth that we know of.
Yeah.
So at the end of 1,000 years, Satan is released and he goes and deceives a lot of the people to try to do this big battle against Jesus. So all those people that were believers, are they deceived and turned their back against Jesus, even though that they were already quote unquote saved? Or are these like people, maybe their children, while they try to populate the earth again? I don't know, but it's really sad.
Yeah.
Wait, and that makes me wonder, okay, hold on. They're resurrected.
Yeah.
Are they resurrected at the beginning of the 1,000 years or at the end of the 1,000 years?
At the beginning. We're talking about the 1,000-year reign of Christ.
So do they die again? Because we don't live 1,000 years.
Well, that's if there's a Hey, Francisco, why don't you strap into my chair here? You can tell us. Wait, but you have to be beheaded for the word. Never mind. Hold on.
If I'm okay, I'm just gonna go as very logical with this, which may be very wrong. That's fine.
All right.
Okay, people that died, the martyrs. We'll just say it's the martyrs. They get resurrected, then they are alive. I'm thinking, because we're not fully complete yet, where every tear is wiped, all the pain is gone.
It's kind of like Lazarus. He had to die twice.
Yeah. So I almost think it's something like that, where I would think that they wouldn't, the people that were raised because they saw the miracle of like, oh my gosh, I've come back to life. They wouldn't turn and become a part of that army again that fights against Christ. But yeah, I could see their children maybe doing it, I'm not sure how many generations 1,000 years is. I want to say something on the order of 10.
Well,
maybe.
It depends on how long you live.
20.
Maybe in the new reign you live as long as the full 1,000 years.
But it's not the new reign yet. It's just sort of a stopgap for a little bit.
A stopgap of 1,000 years.
Yeah. Well, yes, but compared to eternity, that's a little bit.
I mean, Jesus is there. He can heal you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you live the whole 1,000 years.
Okay, that blows my mind. Jesus is back. How is anyone wanting to turn?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's one
how's
of the
anyone
saddest
wanting to follow him and be like, Jesus is back, let me give you a hug, Jesus, please.
All right, so 1,000 years later, hey, it's up, Jesus. Like, you know.
I mean, I can see the descendants and the descendants' descendants possibly, but
yeah,
that is such a heavy-handed question because if you think of those folks, if they did, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be the worst. And to know that your progeny went against Jesus. Oh, that's hard. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But
it's all right. Fire will come down from heaven and devour them. That's what it says in verse 9.
Reassurance right there.
Right.
Yep. Don't
How can anyone turn away? Well, here's the thing. No. That's a false comparison. Geek Devotions. He said, how can anyone turn away from Jesus? Asked Jesus. Yeah. But Judas hadn't seen him rise from the dead and didn't have thousands of years of history and ink spilled talking about Jesus. So I don't think that's a fair comparison because we know so much more
of the angels. Because anyway,
all right. No, that's that. Okay, you know what? That's an excellent point, Paul. Because the angels were with God. They know God exists. There's no doubt in their mind. Yet they rebel. A third of them rebel against him. So okay, that's fair. Then what is it? Is it really? Is it just the pride? Is it people just innate pride that they don't want to be ruled over? They don't want a God. They want to be gods of their own lives. Is that what is the driving thing, or the lack of trust that God actually wants the best for them? Maybe that's what it is.
It's a big part of it. Yeah, combination of the two.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the combination.
Plus, you get this great handbasket that you go straight to hell in.
Luggage.
Wow.
You get this handbasket that goes with it, huh?
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable handbasket. It's got pillows in it.
Yeah. It's very shiny.
Yeah, and it'll catch fire very easily.
Oh gosh.
Anyway,
not made of tungsten. Yeah, I think that's
flammable. Yes.
Wow. Self-pride and independence. Yeah, exactly. Star Fox. Okay. Well, I think that's probably as good a place to end it as anywhere. Wow, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, go ahead, Eric. Did you have something else?
Yeah, this is what I was going to say before when you told me not to say anything, which is probably a good thing. You know how. Well, you said hold it for later.
Okay.
We basically did this in one take.
I know. I could have had my 0 Edna modes, right? Except for that.
Yeah, there was one that was definitely because that was after we started recording. But but after that, boom. It was like one shot.
Is this another one? Because we haven't ended it yet.
It still was nice. I
know you did. Absolutely. I'm not like grinding my axe. Have an axe to grind. Yeah, I'm not holding a grudge. That's what I'm going for, or anything. Yes. Thank you, Ashley, for being willing to do it, even though you didn't have to. That was very kind of you. Was that what you wanted to bring up, though, Eric, or was there some other spiritual thing you wanted to bring up?
No, I just wanted to mention that before.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
And then I remembered.
Guys. Oh, well, thank you for remembering. Well, thank you so much, Ashley, Eric, Paul, and all of you Reflux capacitors for supporting this content. We hope, even though we didn't go as deep as we sometimes do, I think we still had a fun conversation. Hopefully,
you 1,000 years deeper
enjoyed it.
I was trying not to laugh when you were being really serious, and then Fester's there. Going, I almost lost it. I had to bite my lip.
Good. I'm glad.
Too bad Fester can't.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, for me, for Paul, for Ashley, and for Eric, we bid you all shalom.
That means peace.
Bingo. Awesome, guys. Bob, okay, that's just it is funny. I agree. Oh wait,
what's my bird?
It's not funny. Babo says, so basically the discussion has been about God saying, that's it, Edna mode, and fire comes.
Yes. Time out. Time out, bad guys.
Wow, guys. All right, I'm going to be ending the stream. Thank you so much, Geek Devotion, Star Fox, Neko, Babo. Let's see who has been here.
And we can stop our recordings, right?
Yes, you can stop your recordings.
Okay, stop wave.
Stop recording. Let me save mine. Before I totally forget.
Name
of love.
Usually you end the stream before we do this.
I know. Well, you made me think of this, so I'm just like, okay, I'll just go ahead and do this. 2, 3, 5.
Addams Family.
Excuse me, jeez.
What format you want? Wave format or MP3? I forget.
Wave, please, wave. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's all about the wave.
And I'll send you a link that you can use to send it to me here in a second.
Yeah.
Just a second. This is prod.
The Jesus Family.
And
yeah.
source. RRP 5 dash.
They're creepy and they're kooky.
It's dragging me so much.
The Addams Family.
Wait, what did I say I was going to do?
Play Fester's
You're going to end the stream.
No, yeah, but there's something else.
Save it.
Link.
Send
it.
the link.
Send the link. Send the link. Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Francisco sends a link.
All right. So this way, all you have to do, you'll get a link, and then you can just put that in the Discord.
Yay, I can rescue Zelda now.
Yes.
Yay! It's not like Mario, where the princess is in another castle.
Yeah.
The link is in the Discord, so use Wormhole. So you just upload your file there. It'll give you a link, and then you paste that link back into Discord.
Wormhole? That reminds me of DS9.
I imagine it does. All right. Say goodbye to the people watching with the festive fingers.
People that are watching.
Bye-bye. See you later. Thank you for being here.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. Auf Wiedersehen.
You think it'll work?
It'll be a miracle. Bye.
Okay.